Okay, 6.28D. So the question was, what happens when we have two divided by signs like this? Okay, it can be a little bit iffy, but what you want to do is you want to flip and multiply both of them separately, okay? The other thing to keep in mind is that when we talk about restrictions for the variable come from here because the denominator can't be 0, and of course here and here, but also from here and here because we can't divide by anything that's 0. So this whole thing can't be 0. This whole thing can't be 0. And that comes from the top, right? The tops. So when you're doing restrictions, you're going to have to consider all of these pieces here. So 8, okay, well, first of all, can we factor and flip and do all that at the same time? So can we factor this trinomial here? Can we factor that by sight? Hopefully. It might take a couple trials, but you know, do we do 8y and y, or do we do 4y and 2y? Usually you try the factors that are closer together. Not necessarily always going to work that way, but that's what you want to try first, because there's a little bit more to work with there. And just chances are that this is more likely than 8y and y. So 3 over here. So if I put a 3 here, that's going to be 12 and 2. That doesn't really work. If I put a 1 here and a 3 here, that's going to be 4 and 6. Ooh, 4 and 6. That'll give me some kind of difference of 2, right? So if it's plus 4 and minus 6, so again, that comes from plus 4y minus 6y. That gives me negative 2. Does everyone see that? So there's another little lesson in factoring. So you do need to know how to do that. Factoring by sight, hopefully, is something you're beginning to be comfortable with. Down here, this is a difference of squares, so certainly this is y plus 1 and y minus 1. You should know that one. That should come pretty automatic. So let's flip this now and multiply. So I'm going to put the 2y minus 2 up top, and I'm going to factor a 2 out of there. So that's going to be 2 times y minus 1. You okay with that? All right, let's try and factor this trinomial. Okay, so 2y and y. And then we've got a 2 and a 1. The difference has to be 3 here. So if I do a 2 here and a 1 here, that's going to be 4y and 1y. Well, 4 and 1 should give me 3. So negative 4 plus 1 will give me a negative 3. All right, and then multiply again. I'll put this y plus 1 up top, and I'll put the 3 minus 4y on the bottom. Can't factor those really any. Okay, so that's looking good to me. Is that looking okay to you guys? You guys double check my work here. All right, so now that we've got all multiplied, what this means is really this is the exact same as a one giant expression here, right? Where these are all multiplied together. Everything is multiplied together up top. Everything is multiplied together on the bottom. So that's exactly what it's like. So remember, I can't do this, right? I can't take a 2y and a 2y down here and cancel those because they're added, okay? So that's still an issue for some at times. So please make sure if you're going to divide anything out, it's got to be an entire factor. So I see the 2y plus 1 as an entire factor that I can get rid of down here. Oh, restrictions. We're going to have to come back to restrictions. We will, okay? Normally you would do that before you start dividing out. Well, actually, let's do that now real quick. Why not? Restrictions. I highlighted those things that are going to cause restrictions. So y cannot equal plus or minus 1, and you can write it like that, plus or minus 1. Y cannot also equal, well, that's a plus 1 there. Cannot equal positive 2, looks like. Cannot equal, what's this one? Well, 2y plus 1 equals 0, or can't equal 0. 2y, oops, what? 2y can't equal negative 1. Y can't equal negative 1/2. Does that look good? So negative 1/2 you can put on that list there. What else? Negative 1, got it. This one is going to be what? Positive 3 over 4. Okay, so 3/4. And you can just let this equal 0, not equal 0, and solve. Okay, so those are our restrictions. Good to be clear about that. Any of these values would give us problems in this expression. We'd have to be dividing by 0, which would be an issue. So those are our restrictions. We'll put those as part of our answer a little bit later. Okay, let's keep dividing. I see a y plus 1 here and a y plus 1 there. I see a y minus 1 and a y minus 1. Anything else? Ooh, 4y minus 3 and 3 minus 4y. Yeah, do you remember what we do there? You can divide those out as long as you put a negative somewhere, either up top or on the bottom. You factor a negative out, which flips the signs of everything in the binomial, and then they can go away. So if you have this situation where it looks almost identical except it's a subtraction and the terms are reversed, you can divide them out, but make sure you're left with a negative 1 as part of that, what's left. Okay, anything else? Can I take this 2 and this 2? No. Thank you. No. The answer is no. So we're going to write a negative 2 on top. See, negative times a 2. Everything else is gone. Everything else is just 1s. And on the bottom I have y minus 2. And of course we can't do the minus 2 and the minus 2. No, can't do that. It would be absurd. Yes, it would be silly. Sorry, what? Oh, you put the negative sign on the bottom? Yeah, yeah.
And then I flipped the y.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, you could get all fancy with the negative signs. This is fine. This is also okay. Okay. What you're saying here, if you did 2 over negative 2 minus y, I mean, you could do all that. Yeah, this is all fine. You don't have to go past this stage, but yeah, these are all okay as well. And then make sure you highlight your restrictions. Okay, good question. Any other questions or concerns or thoughts about that? All right, so that is the correct answer.
Mr.
Yeah.
Maxwell, you have like for the 2 over negative 2 minus 1.
Oh, I
is
did
that,
that. Yeah, this should actually, you're right. That should be gone because we did switch them. So if the negative goes down here, you can leave it like y minus 2. But then if you switch them, then it's gone. But yeah. Yeah, this is fine too. Sorry. Any other questions?